Hi all, in this video I will teach you the inter-arrival times of Poisson process. In a Poisson process, the number of arrivals in any time interval is random. Suppose T1 is the time of first arrival, T2 is the time of second arrival and T3 is the time of third arrival and so on. Then capital T1 is small t1. Capital T2 is the time gap between first arrival and second arrival. Capital T3 is the time gap between second and the third arrival and so on. These capital T1, T2, T3 are all called as inter-arrival times. Here the sequence small t1, t2, t3 are all called arrival times, and the sequence capital T1, capital T2, capital T3 are all called inter-arrival times. Now suppose if we consider n of t as a Poisson process with parameter lambda, then I am going to find the probability that the time gap of first in arrival T1 is greater than t minutes. That means there is no arrival in this duration. Within 0 to t minutes there was no arrival. Put n equal to 0 in this formula, so we get e raised to minus lambda t. So whenever we have probability of t1 greater than t, you can directly write e raised to minus lambda t. Now using this result I am going to find out the probability density function of inter-arrival times. We know this identity, that is probability of t1 less than or equal to t is 1 minus probability of t1 greater than t. We have already obtained this, which is nothing but e raised to minus lambda t. And what about this? This is the distribution function capital F of t. So capital F of t will be 1 minus e raised to minus lambda t. To find the probability density function, you can simply differentiate capital F of t with respect to t. So after differentiating, we get lambda into e raised to minus lambda t. So the PDF of the inter-arrival time is lambda into e raised to minus lambda t, which is an exponential distribution. So the conclusion is the inter-arrival time t1 follows exponential distribution with parameter lambda. Similarly, t2 also follows exponential distribution with parameter lambda. So in conclusion, we can say that all the inter-arrival times of a Poisson process will follow exponential distribution with parameter lambda and mean 1 by lambda, variance 1 by lambda square. Now let us discuss some problems on this inter-arrival times. If a customer arrives at a bookstall in accordance with Poisson process with a mean rate of 3 per minute, find the probability that the inter-arrival time between two successive arrivals is more than 1 minute, between 1 and 2 minutes, 4 minutes or less. So here the probability is based on inter-arrival times. So far we were discussing problems based on number of arrivals, but here we have to discuss the probability of inter-arrival times. And you know inter-arrival times follow exponential distribution with parameter lambda, and here lambda is given as 3 per minute. So the distribution function is lambda into e raised to minus lambda t, that is 3 into e raised to minus 3t. Our first question was the time must be greater than 1 minute. Inter-arrival time is greater than 1 minute. That is, integrate this function, this PDF, from 1 to infinity. You get e raised to minus 3, which is 0.04. The inter-arrival time is between 1 and 2 minutes. That is, integrate this PDF from 1 to 2 minutes, you get 0.0473. Next is the inter-arrival time is less than or equal to 4 minutes. So integrate the PDF from 0 to 4, you get 0.999 minutes. Probability. Next we are going to discuss the conditional probability of inter-arrival times. Now consider s as less than t. Then we know that the intervals 0 to s and s to s plus t are disjoint. And we know that the number of arrivals in these two disjoint intervals are independent. Now next we are going to compute the conditional probability that the first arrival time is s minutes. Given that the first arrival time is s minutes, we have to find the probability that the second arrival time is more than t minutes. So we know that one arrival took place in s minutes, first s minutes, that is in the interval 0 to s. And we have to find out the probability that the second arrival is taking more than t minutes. That means there was no arrival in the interval t minutes. In the next interval 0 to s is our first interval, and the next interval of t minutes will be s to s plus t. So there was no arrival in this interval. You know that the number of arrivals being independent of the disjoint intervals, so it doesn't depend upon the past arrival. So we can say probability that no arrival occurred in this interval. Since no arrival, put n equal to 0 here. We get e raised to minus lambda t, which is nothing but probability that t2 is greater than t. So the conditional probability does not depend upon this condition. It is same as finding the probability that t2 is greater than t. If n of t is a Poisson process with a parameter lambda, then the inter-arrival times are independent and identically distributed random variables. That means all have the same distribution and same mean 1 by lambda and variance 1 by lambda square. Problem 1. Cell phone calls processed by a certain wireless base station arrive according to a Poisson process with an average rate of 12 per minute. Find the probability that the time gap between successive calls is more than 10 seconds. Second question, find the probability that the first call arrives after 30 seconds. Third question, given that no call arrives during first 20 seconds, find the probability that no call would arrive during first 30 seconds. The next question is, given that the third call arrived at t equal to 1, what is the probability that no call would arrive for the next 10 seconds? The last question is, find the expected time and variance of the 10th call. Here let n of t denote the number of calls in the interval 0 to t. And we know it is a Poisson process with parameter lambda equal to 12 per minute. Let Tn denote the time between the n-1th arrival and the nth arrival. Let us solve the first question. Our first question was, find the probability that the time gap between successive calls is more than 10 seconds. Let us denote capital T as the time gap between two successive calls. Then more than 10 seconds. We know that lambda is in minutes. So we have to convert T also in terms of minutes. So 10 seconds means 1 by 6 of a minute. So we have to find the probability that capital T is greater than 1 by 6. And we have already found out T greater than T. Probability will be e raised to minus lambda t. So directly substitute lambda as 12 and t as 1 by 6, we get our answer. To find the probability that first call arrives after 30 seconds, that is t1 is greater than 30 seconds. 30 seconds means 1 by 2 minutes. So find the probability of t1 greater than 1 by 2, which is nothing but e raised to minus lambda t, where lambda is 12 and t is 1 by 2, we get our probability. Next question is, given that no call arrived during first 20 seconds, find the probability that no call arrived during first 30 seconds. That is, we had to find the probability that there was no call during first 30 seconds. That is, find the probability that t1 is greater than 1 by 2 given there was no call in the first 20 seconds. That means t1 is greater than 1 by 3. So both in the first 20 seconds as well as in the first 30 seconds there was no first arrival. So t1 greater than 1 by 2 we have to find out, given that t1 is greater than 1 by 3. And you know, by independent increments property, we know that this probability is nothing but no arrival in the first 30 seconds, given that there is no arrival in the first 20 seconds. It is same as saying no arrival in the first 30 seconds, because by memoryless property it does not depend upon the past events, or we can say that the inter-arrival times are independent. Okay, so t1 is greater than 1 by 2 probability can be obtained by writing e raised to minus lambda t. So we get our answer. The next question is, the third call arrived at t equal to 1. What is the probability that no call would arrive for the next 10 seconds? That is, the fourth call would not happen for the next 10 seconds, given that all the three calls happened in t equal to 1. That means t1 plus t2 plus t3. The time gaps, if you are adding of all the three arrivals, it must give a total of 1. We have to find the probability that no call arrive for the next 10 seconds. That is, the fourth call will happen only after 10 seconds. That is t4 greater than 1 by 6, given that t1 plus t2 plus t3 equal to 1. And you know inter-arrival times are independent. Therefore, probability of t4 greater than 1 by 6 given this condition is same as probability of t4 greater than 1 by 6, which is e raised to minus lambda t, where lambda is 12 and t is 1 by 6. So we get our answer. Next question is, find the expected time and variance of the 10th call. The arrival time of the 10th call let us denote as capital T, and if you add all the time gaps, you should get the sum as capital T. We have to find the expectation of capital T and variance of capital T. You know that all the inter-arrival times are identically distributed and has same distribution, exponential distribution with parameter lambda. Therefore, the mean will be 1 by lambda for all t1, t2, t3, and also variance will be 1 by lambda square for all t1, t2, t3. So upon adding we get expectation of t, and also upon adding we get variance of t. Problem 2. A conversation in a wireless ad hoc network is severely disturbed by interference signals according to a Poisson process with an average rate of 0.01 per minute. Find the probability that no interference signal occurs within the first 2 minutes of the conversation. Second question, given that the first 2 minutes are free of disturbing effects, what is the probability that in the next minute precisely one interfering signal disturbs the conversation? And the third question is that given that there was only one interfering signal in the first 3 minutes, what is the probability that there would be at most 2 disturbances in the first 4 minutes? Here, as usual, let us take n of t as the number of interference signal occurring in t minutes. And you know that n of t follows Poisson process with parameter lambda equal to 0.01 per minute. So I have put in the probability function. Now next we are finding the probability that no interference signal occurred within the first 2 minutes. So here duration is given, t is equal to 2, and number of interference signal is given, that is n equal to 0, no interference signal. So put n equal to 0 and t equal to 2 in this formula, we get our answer. Next question is, given that the first 2 minutes are free of disturbing effects, what is the probability that in the next 1 minute precisely one interfering signal disturbs the conversation? I am going to use both the methods here. You can use whichever method you like. So method 1 is used on the inter-arrival times, and method 2 is used on the number of arrivals. So here given that no disturbing effect happened during the first 2 minutes, that means the arrival time is greater than 2 minutes. First arrival time is greater than 2 minutes. So this is given. We have to find the probability that one interference signal would arrive in the next 1 minute. So our first arrival will happen in the next 1 minute. So t1 is greater than 1 given t1 greater than 2. This probability we had to find out. It is saying same as saying that probability that within first 2 minutes there was no disturbances, this is given, and in the next 1 minute, that is in the next duration, that is in the interval 2 to 3, one disturbance signal is given, is happened, and you know it is same as saying one arrival in the duration 2 to 3 minutes. So probability of T1 greater than 1, you can calculate that using the second method, that is using number of arrivals. Let n3 minus n2 denote number of arrivals in the interval 2, 3. Then we had to find the conditional probability that n3 minus n2 equal to 1. One interference signal in the next 1 minute duration, given that there is no interference signal in the first 2 minutes duration. Okay, so here in the first 2 minutes duration there is no interference signal. We had to find the probability that one arrival in the next 1 minute duration. So it is same as saying probability of n3 minus n2 equal to 1, that is probability of n1 equal to 1. So you can substitute n is equal to 1 and t is equal to 1 in this formula and put lambda equal to 12 per minute, so you get our answer. The next question is, given that there was only one interference signal in the first 3 minutes, what is the probability that there would be at most 2 disturbances in the first 4 minutes? So given that in the first 3 minutes there was only one disturbance signal, we have to find the probability that there will be maximum of 2 disturbance signal in the first 4 minutes. So n4 minus n0 is less than or equal to 2, given that n3 minus n0 equal to 1. Because we have known that one disturbance happened in the first 3 minutes, that means in the first 4 minutes it is same as saying one arrival in the interval 0 to 3. So already one arrival happened, and maximum 2 arrivals probability we have to calculate. Since one arrival happened in this interval, now next we have to find the probability of maximum one arrival in this interval. So it will sum up to maximum 2 arrivals in the duration 0 to 4 minutes. And you know that they are independent, so it is same as probability of n4 minus n3 less than or equal to 1, that is probability of n1 less than or equal to 1. After substituting in this, we get our answer. It is same as the previous methods. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.